Well, thank you everyone for attending our performance today of The Wizard of Iz. My name is Michael Schumann. I'm the director of the presentation that Janet Berkowitz had written and conceived and put together over the last couple of years. So if you remember Janet's talk earlier, this is a play about suicide and bullying. We have been kind of touring with this presentation, this performance, for the last couple of weeks around the New Jersey area. And I usually ask the question before the performance, who here, and with this group it might be a little bit predictable, but who here in this group has either been suicidal or who knows someone who has been suicidal? Yeah, that's expected. When we did this performance at Delaware House about a month ago, I asked this question to about maybe 50 or 60 people in the audience. Maybe 2 or 3 people raised their hand. When we finished the performance, almost everybody raised their hands. So what I think, the reason why we do this is to start the conversation, to have the conversation, to talk about the things that people are afraid to talk about. So we normally pass out a questionnaire asking our audience to watch the performance, and if something resonates, let us know at the end what resonated, what seemed real to you, what struck a chord. And just open up the conversation. There's a lot of connection between creativity and emotion. And we even try to create the safe spaces where we can talk a little bit about, spiritual ideas or things that people might not feel safe to talk about. So we really delve into the emotions with this performance. So we want to be able to talk about what you're feeling while you're watching this, and just let us know. We want to open up the conversation. That's why we do this, is to have those conversations and to facilitate more safe spaces where we can talk about suicide and bullying. All right, so without any further ado, here is The Wizard of Iz.
Nothing, Ma. I'm just going on Facebook and then I'm gonna take a nap. All right, let's see what they're saying about me now. Dorothy is so lame, and so is her name. What does she think she's in Oz? That's the best you got. Dear Journal, life sucks. I don't know. It just isn't getting any better. How am I supposed to keep going with a brain that keeps telling me to end it all? It just keeps attacking me, and nothing I do about it works. The memories of the bullying are more than I can bear. No one understands me. But then again, I haven't told anyone how bad it is. I'm scared they'll label me forever. I just don't see it getting any better. I have no choice. I'm done. I quit. I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on. I can't go on. I can't go on. I can't go on. Oh, I just can't go on. I just can't go on.
your sleep be deep and your dreams full of schemes. May you find new life free of struggle and strife. So welcome to the land of is. Sit real tight, 'cause here comes the wind.
Another one. So many are just giving up or resorting to violence. This isn't going to happen on my watch. We need to intervene before it's too late.
Yes, she just needs to see that life is beautiful and that everything she experiences, good, bad, and in between, is an amazing gift.
Yeah, she's convinced that she has no choice but to end it all. She's only noticing what does not work.
I don't want to wake up. Some kind of alternate reality? I didn't kill myself, did I?
No, you are not dead.
And I don't think that's what you really want.
How do you know? And who are you guys anyway?
Who am I? I'm the Wizard of Iz. Sister community of Oz. This is where people end up when they are desperate.
Wizard of Iz? Seriously?
Listen, no one really wants to kill themselves. They just want to escape the pain in their minds.
Oh, you are being served a subpoena by the High Court of Iz.
Huh? What did I do wrong? You guys are freaking me out.
Dorothy, honey, you've done nothing wrong. We're just here to show you how precious and important you are.
Yes, this is your opportunity to be heard, to tell your side of the story. Now, this is the defense attorney. I am the prosecuting attorney. And you are being put on trial to question your belief that you have no choice but to end your own life.
Look, I don't want to, any day in court, I just want to get out of this wacky dream, or whatever this is.
Do you? You said you didn't want to continue with your life. I believe your words were, I'm done. I quit. I can't go on. I have no choice. Did you write this?
Yes. How do you know that?
Here in the land of Iz, all is known. So listen, what have you got to lose? You've never deeply explored what's underneath that pain in an honest way. That's why it's still an issue for you. Would it kill you to listen to your heart speak about this?
Yeah, would it kill you?
Yeah, would it kill you?
Well, apparently nothing else has, so I guess not.
Good. Let's get down to business.
All rise for the honorable judge, the Wizard of Iz. All rise. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Please be seated.
Thank you. I first call Dorothy as a witness to her life.
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Dr. Seuss, really?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just get this thing over with.
Alrighty then, let's play ball.
Now, please tell the court why you believe you have no choice but to end your life.
Because all day long, I just hear this word suicide over and over in my head. I don't know, it's like a text that just keeps saying, do it now, do it now. It's like no oxygen going to my brain.
Now, when did you first start having these thoughts?
I was 8 years old. I was bullied and teased every day. Came home from school crying every day. My mother wanted to help me, but I was too scared to let her. Bullies would find out and it would just get worse.
Well, now, how often have these thoughts occurred since?
Oh, a bunch of times as an adult. It was really, really bad after my father died. But it just sort of hangs around.
Now, please tell the court what thoughts you are having when you are considering suicide.
Well, it's really hard to describe if you haven't gone through it, I think. I mean, I feel very small and worthless. Like nobody would want to talk to me if they really knew what was going on in my head.
Ah, now, do you feel like anybody really knows you?
No. I hide this thing very well. I'm a good actress. I mean, my therapist, I think she sees the mess, but I think she feels helpless.
Any other thoughts or feelings?
Well, I feel like I'm a burden to people. Like if I were gone, they wouldn't have to worry about me. And I tell you, I have zero motivation. Just lifting my arm to brush my teeth takes everything I've got.
Now, do you ever feel like you would be getting back at others if you were to do it?
Oh, I would love to get back at those bullies and all those kids who stood by and did nothing.
I see. So, when have you bullied others?
Hey, look, I'm no bully.
Oh, no, really. Isn't it a possibility that everybody, at some point in their lives, has either been a bully, been bullied, and been a bystander?
Objection! Leading the witness.
Yeah.
Overruled. I'd like to see where this is going, Counselor.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Now, perhaps we can understand the bully better if we can remember a time when we have bullied others. Now, think about it. Haven't you ever yelled at your mom? Or haven't you ever picked on your dog? Isn't that a form of bullying?
Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, I was suppressing all this anger at school, and I took it out on my family, especially my little sister
Thank you.
and the dog.
Yeah.
No further questions.
Good. Now we're getting somewhere. Now let's hear from the defense attorney.
Has anything in particular kept you from attempting to end it all?
Yeah. What if I botch it up? I could be permanently injured. And I know this is probably going to sound silly, but if there's such a thing as reincarnation, I don't want to come back as a bug or something. But, you know, mostly, I know it would mess with a lot of people's heads.
Do you believe you have a choice?
See, yes, I believe that everything is a choice, but when I feel suicidal, it feels like nothing's a choice, and that's what makes this so difficult.
Thank you. No further questions.
Dorothy,
Yeah.
are you willing to accept this feeling of no choice and still be gentle with yourself at the same time?
I don't know, I never thought about that.
Well, how are you feeling right now?
Still suicidal.
Suicidal isn't really a feeling. It's more of a state of mind than anything. Now, with this in mind, we're now going to put your feelings on trial.
Feelings on trial? I mean, I've heard everything. What good is that going to do?
You haven't really been listening to them. They deserve their day in court. You may step in.
I first call Dorothy's anger.
You promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
What? Are you kidding me? I'm the only one of Dorothy's feelings ever does tell the truth.
Please just answer the question, yes or no.
Yes, you can count on it.
Proceed, Counselor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please tell the court what purpose you serve in Dorothy's life.
My purpose is to be an outlet for anything that's not truthful for Dorothy so she doesn't blow up.
And has she given you that opportunity? Has she allowed you to have your day in court, if you will?
Are you kidding? Every day at school, she was teased and bullied. She never let me say anything. So by the time we got home, every day, I was a wrecking ball. I raced all over that family, especially Dorothy's little sister. And the dog, too.
Yes. So, can you please tell us a little bit more about Miss Felix?
Rage has been inside of me simply because it was not allowed out. And that's all because Dorothy never allowed me to express my feelings.
Well, I think maybe we need an opportunity to see this anger and how it manifested itself.
Yes, I understand your frustration. Later on, you'll have an opportunity to express this in a healthy way. But for now, let us see how this anger grew into rage.
Made a wrong turn once or twice, dug my way out, blood and fire. Bad decision, that's alright. Welcome to my city life. Mistreated, this place misunderstood. Misknowing it's so good, it didn't slow me down. Mistaken, always second guessing, underestimated. Look, I'm still around. Pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect. Pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me. You're so mean when you talk about yourself. You wrong. Change the voices in your head. Make them like you instead. So complicated. Look how we are making. Filled with so much hatred. Such a tired game. It's enough. I've done all I can think of. Chase down all my demons. See you do the same. Oh, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect. Pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me. The world's scared, so I swallow the fear. The only thing I should be drinking is an ice cold beer. So cool in line, and we try, but we try too hard, and it's a waste of my time. Done looking for the critics, 'cause they're everywhere. They don't like my jeans, they don't get my hair. Exchange ourselves, and we do it all the time. Why do we do that? Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Yeah! Don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect? Pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me. You're perfect. You're
Thank you, Dorothy. For what? No anger. did this play out for you as an adult?
I got violent sometimes. Driving a car like a maniac, tossing tables, breaking stuff, grabbing my partner, hitting him, getting suicidal.
Thank you. No further questions.
Thank you for your honesty. How can we help you express yourself more positively?
If Dorothy would have just allowed me to authentically express my feelings and thoughts in the first place, she just stuffed me down, kept this ridiculous smile on to cover me up, especially in front of the bullies.
Well, that is helpful. We would like to give you a creative opportunity to show us what it feels like to be you. The court will provide you crafting supplies and play music to show us what it, so that you can express yourself in a more, and show us what it feels like to be you. Let yourself be completely free.
Ah, kind of weird. No problem.
This is obviously a good outlet for you. Please continue to do this when necessary.
Yes, Your Honor. Very helpful. Thank you.
And Dorothy, how was that for you?
Kind of scary, kind of cool.
This was a great start. It'll take time, but it's worth it. And Dorothy, you're worth it.
Anger, you may now be excused.
Hello?
I now call Dorothy Sadness. You know what? I think we could do away with this swearing away of her feelings. I trust them to be honest with me from here on out.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Now, please be seated and tell the court what it's like living with Dorothy.
It's pretty bad. She's ashamed of me and my only true outlet, my precious tears. She constantly hid them. The only time I was allowed out in the daylight was when she hid in the closet, under the bed. At night, she would just cry under the covers. I remember getting caught in her throat all the time, and how hard she fought to keep me hidden.
Now, what would you say is the thing that saddens you the most?
I was mostly sad because I tried tried to be nice to the bullies. That just made them even meaner. This girl, Barbara, would pass potato chips to everyone at the lunch table but me. As if I didn't even exist.
Thank you. No further questions.
Thank you for your honesty. We have a piece of artwork of yours. It's remarkable. Can you tell us how this expresses your
I
essence?
did that.
Oh, wow. Here, Dorothy, you take this.
Look at this. Yeah, this is me. That's all my anger right there. And then there's a face there with a tear coming down. Because at some point I realized that underneath all this anger was tremendous sadness. Wow.
Thank you for your insight, Dorothy. Thank you, Sadness. You may step down.
It's a blast from the past. Hello again. Hello. Hello. Haven't seen this in years. Oh, angles. What's going on? Hello, guys. Not very much.
Let's talk to Shane next.
Well now, Shane, what do you have to say for yourself?
Excuse me, I would reframe that question, Counselor, as to further not Shane the defendant.
Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Now, Shane, please tell us what purpose you serve in Dorothy's life. Shane, the court needs you to speak up.
Dorothy is just too embarrassed by her other feelings, so I have to take over. I remind her all the time that she's bad and that she's wrong. I make sure she hates herself. She doesn't want to look in the mirror, and if she does, I cover it all with makeup.
Now, how have you shown up in her life?
I'll show you. Dorothy, please stand. As a child, I made sure she believed all of the dark things people said about her. And then, as an adult, I make sure she takes the blame whenever anyone's angry.
Now, what do you think would happen if you were not in her life?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she'd be able to deal with these other feelings she has, but she can't do that. She needs me.
Thank you. No further questions?
Wait a minute, there's something else I gotta say here.
Order in the court. It's
No,
not
no,
your
I
turn
gotta
to
say
order,
this.
order.
No, I was always told don't cry.
Thank you, Dorothy. That is helpful. Right now, Shane, Dorothy is learning how to authenticate her feelings. Do you think you simply want to protect her?
Yes, especially after being told for so long, don't cry.
There. It's not so bad.
Stop. Right now, we're going to try something completely different. Shane, you show up any way you need.
But isn't this just weakness? Isn't crying just self-pity?
Absolutely not. It's the complete opposite. The strongest, most confident people cry. It's a vital part of healing.
And crying literally removes toxins from your body, so it's actually healthy for your body as well. It's a strength to be true and vulnerable to emotions, remember that.
I am here for you always. Always feel free to release your tears and hold yourself tenderly. Thank you, Shane. You may step in.
Oh, guys, don't do this, please. This is really getting hard for me. Stay with me, please. Hello? Come on. Oh, not now. Please, not now. It's too much being with my brain like this, alone in my head. It's too weird. It's such a shame. What more can there be?
I now call Dorothy Sphere.
Wow, you look terrified. What are you frightened of so much?
You got 3 days? I'll tell you.
Well, why don't we just start with 2 things?
Well, you for one. I'm afraid you won't like me. You'll abandon me, toss me like an old sock like everyone else does.
Me? But you don't even know me.
Well, that doesn't matter. I want everyone to like me. Yesterday.
That does not make any sense.
Nothing about me makes sense. But I'll tell you one thing. When Dorothy lets me take a hold, all the love in the world can hardly make a dent.
Yes. Now, what would you say is the thing that frightens you the most?
My greatest fear is that I'll never get to be great. I'll never get to be the wonderful, amazing woman that I know I am. I'll just let my brain destroy me.
All lies. No further questions.
Thank you for your honesty and vulnerability. I hear you have a poem that Dorothy.
Wait. Objection! That is inadmissible evidence. Can't you see? It's all in her head.
Overruled. Please read your poem to us, Dorothy.
Please stand, Dorothy.
I wrote this. How'd you get this?
Well, we are in the land of Iz after all. Business is our business.
All right. True madness. I know insanity like the back of my hand. Depression sucks, but madness should be banned. Brain eating brain, that's how it works. Behind the doubts, fear always lurks. Nowhere to turn when mind can't breathe. Perseverating thoughts express feelings that seethe. God, please make it stop if you do exist. Before I overdose or slip my wrist, messages race from synapse to synapse. No future to dream of, all memories collapse. Going nowhere down a tunnel of black. Not a moment of light, not even a crack. Don't want to eat, can't get no sleep, or eat too much with sleep that's too deep. Snapping at people who have good intentions. Perpetually creating new ideas and inventions. Maddening mania and manic madness. This is not depression. This is not sadness. Robin Williams knew it all too well. His pain behind the genius dare not tell. We hide it when we can, by averting our eyes, so people cannot see this monster's massive size. Mirrors are avoided. We can barely stand to look at the mix of rage and terror, which becomes the dreaded hook. It tugs at our heartstrings and pulls us down a hole. It scares those who love us, leaving quite a dreary toll. The world needs to face it. Stop calling it depression. This is a huge glitch in the psychiatric profession. Listen for the fear that one dares not to speak. Listen beyond diagnostic labels, which by now should be antique. Madness doesn't fit the mold that doctors put in place. As long as we are separate from God, it spans the whole human race.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you. You may step in.
Guys, stop this. Now I'm getting scared. Leave me alone. Hello? Oh, this is
I now call Dorothy's Joy.
Oh, Jordan. Yeah.
Huh. Well, okay. Well, please tell the court. You know what? Just talk to us.
I am Dorothy's joy. I'm in love with life, all of it. The sun, the rain, the rainbows. I can see the joy in success. I can see the joy in failure. I see the joy in all of it. I dance for hours on end and people join me. Make it look so easy and free. I love to play with animals. I love to play with children. I love listening to people's feelings. Oh my God, I just love love.
No, wait. What do you mean, joy in failure?
Well, consider what Edison said in perfecting the light bulb. He did not fail. He just found 9,999 ways it didn't work. It's all in your perspective.
Well, how does Dorothy express you?
The truth,
Yes, the truth.
not very much. She's embarrassed by me. She thinks people run for the hills. She just lets me go and do my thing. And besides, she hangs with fear, anger, and shame so much, I can't get a word in edgewise.
What would you like to say to her?
I embrace all of your feelings. I'm always here for you. Always will be.
Thank you. No further questions.
Beautiful. Let's see what this joy looks like.
Dancing in the
ready to go back and turn things around?
Not so fast. There's something I want to show you first before you return. A scene from your life before you actually physically incarnated on Earth. Follow me.
Here and now? What do you mean here and now?
What are you thinking about here and now?
Oh. Well, I am watching people down on Earth, and they look pretty baffled by this issue of suicide and bullying. I think they're so terrified to address it, like they're scared they'll be labeled forever, they'll lose their friends. If they say the word suicide, they'll be judged.
Well, what are you willing to do about it?
I was thinking maybe I could go down there and bring like some creativity to the issue. Some lightness. I don't know, maybe some fun.
Well, you definitely have the mind for it. However, I feel that in order to be even more effective, it might be a good idea if you experience the depths of suicidal ideation yourself.
Really? Is that really necessary?
Look, Dorothy, nothing is really necessary. However, it'll give you such a golden opportunity because you'll know firsthand what it feels like. You'll be able to help so many more people if you can relate to them that way.
I get your point. Well, I guess so. I mean, if that's what it'll take.
Look, Dorothy, guessing doesn't cut it. You either decide to do it or you don't. The choice is up to you. No one's trying to force you to do it.
All right. All right. I want to make a difference. I will do what it takes.
Good, good. We're confident in your ability. We want to let you know that. In fact, we're so very confident in your ability that you'll be able to be successful with this, that we have a list of other suggested challenges for your journey.
Smoking, alcoholism, dating, rageaholic, what? Self-injury, stage 5 kidney disease? Are you kidding? You know what? All right, I'll do it all, whatever, I'll do it, whatever it takes. Okay, let's see if I got this. So, you know what that helped me think about? That this isn't all for nothing, what I'm going through. It kind of helps me feel better about what happened to me. It's my choice, okay, I can get with that.
Now, what I really want you to understand is that you always have a choice in how you respond to things. But now, you're going to need a lot of help. What are you willing to do?
I am willing to always acknowledge my feelings and share them wherever I feel safe.
Wonderful. We urge you to embrace your feelings as tenderly as possible. And yes, that means sharing them. There are 7 billion people on this planet. You never have to do anything alone.
Yep, that was my mistake. I tried to do this alone.
Okay, you're ready to go. You're ready to embrace your new life. But that doesn't mean it has to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. It means being kind to yourself even when you're at your worst. Consider your feelings as friends.
Got it. Now what do I do? Click my heels 3 times and say there's no place like home?
Clever. But no, that's not how it works here. We're in is, not I's. In fact, going home is more than just a physical place. It's actually getting back to your true, authentic self.
I have no idea what that looks like.
No? Come on, Dorothy. Yes, you do. Think about it. You stuck up for kids who were being bullied because you knew what it was like to be bullied yourself. It looks like that. Or that time you were so wonderful, you spent hours on the phone with a friend who was contemplating suicide and made her, helped her to feel a lot better and helped her come out of that. It looks like that. So, in order to return to your room, all you have to do is just lie down and you'll be back there simply because of your intention of wanting to be back there. But first, I need to erase your memory of this world. But just know, listen, just know that wisdom's always going to be within you.
I don't want to forget this place.
Dorothy, are you okay?
Yeah, Ma. I'm all right. I'm okay. Dear Journal, it is my intention to always honor my feelings.